Good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 16 of Malt Magic Campaign 2. I am very happy to be back for another week of fun and frivolity. You will notice the football shirt is on tonight. Leicester are fighting for survival, so I will be semi-distracted looking down at the iPad screen. But still, we have an episode to run and a lot to continue to unpack following some of the revelations from last week. Words. It's been a bank holiday Monday. My brain is still asleep, I think, but we will get there. One of 3 bank holidays this month, which is crazy. So luckily they're Mondays, so we will all be nicely refreshed for 3 out of the 5 Mondays I think there are in this month. Anyway, before we do descend into the chaos that is Campaign 2, let's run down our usual shout-outs and thank you. So a big thank you and shout-out to Incarnate, Alba Radio and Dungeon Alchemist, which are our virtual tabletop and mapping tools. A huge shout-out to Hero Forge for all things sort of character tokens and visualizations and, yes, just giving some feel to the NPCs that we create. And then there's the DM's tools that I use in the background there. So Ksoon, 5e Magic Shop, 2 Minutes Tools, the Thieves Guild, and World Anvil. You will hear the music in the background as I speak currently. Some of that will be courtesy of Tabletop Audio, but a lot of our music and sound effects are still thanks to BattleBards, whom we are still partnered with, but unfortunately the discount code is no longer applicable. So there are other things in the works with BattleBards, as I keep promising you. We're going to do another month's subscription giveaway at some point. I just need to get the codes for that, or at least the release to let them know and let us know we can do that. And then we will do that again. More to talk about in terms of giveaways in just a second. Of course, you can see all the social media links at the bottom there, so please come and follow us on those various platforms, and also come and join us on Discord as well. There was lots of chat last week following the reveals that one of our characters made. So I'm not gonna spoil that one too much in the intro. We may talk about that in a few minutes, but yes, it was a very interesting end to an episode last week. I encourage you to go and watch it or listen to it if you've not done so. And of course, if you do need to go watch that, you can go check that out on the YouTube channel to go catch all of our past episodes, or you can go and check out the podcast on various platforms. I noticed this week when I was uploading the latest episode that somebody or some folks have gone all the way back to Campaign 1, Episode 1, and the podcast listens are up. They have skyrocketed again, so whoever is responsible for that, thank you so much. It's really interesting to see that folks are reaching back to Campaign 1 and giving that a listen, so really glad to see that. Thank you for that. But yes, please go check out all of the past episodes. I think all of the one-shots are also up there as well, so if you want to listen to them or watch them on YouTube, you can do that as well. And that's pretty much it for the shout-outs and thank yous for this week. The final one, of course, as always, is that the character artwork is courtesy of Mertha Stick, who you will see hanging around in the chat, so thank you so much again, Stick. We love you so much. The art is still amazing. I still just sit and stare at all 3 characters longingly on my desktop background, because that's what it is, and it's a lot of fun. So yes, thank you for that. So yes, talk of giveaways shortly, but let's get into it. Let's go and say hello to the rest of the crew. So yes, there will be adult language and adult humour. You have been warned. Let's roll.
Hello.
Hello.
Right straight for that from JK.
Yeah, thank you very much, JK.
Great.
Good to see you.
Thank you very much. Oh, great stuff. Love that. Love it. Thank you for the support, as always. Yeah, let's go down the lineup very quickly, shall we? So, who am I? I am Matt. I'm the Dungeon Master most weeks. sometimes here in full spirit. But yes, tonight, as I say, slightly distracted. I will try not to be too distracted as we narrate our way through episode 16. But yes, playing the Dungeon Master tonight, and the existential form of dread, as I've been calling it, because the guys are getting very suspicious of Cog. So we'll see where that goes.
Hello, I'm Dave, and I am playing Jewel of Shadows, the female Tabaxi rogue, who is finally back with us, and a little out of it, just a little bit. But hey, of course you would be.
Hello, and I'm Danny, and I play Lex Ordo, the UNT sorcerer, who is going to have it out with Cog at some point tonight. Thinks he's been a prick.
We try to turn it off and on again. Hello, I am Simo, and I play Cass's Wispcut, who had some heart to heart with the party last week, and yeah, we'll see what that goes.
I mean, it feels like yesterday to me somehow, to be honest.
It does feel like yesterday, to be fair.
Yeah.
Mainly because I was watching it yesterday and listening today, so. But yes, so before we get into last week, giveaways. Other than Battle Bards, things have been happening in the background. We've been having something very, very special made, which I'm not going to reveal yet. But there is one, I say one of a kind. 5 of them exist in total, basically. So there's one for each of the cast members, including me. And then there's one that we're going to give away as well. Again, I'm not going to reveal what it is till the day. But in order to give that away, we need to do something a little bit special. So we were just discussing prior to the stream. And when we hit 100 followers and 10 subscribers, we will then start the giveaway, basically. Again, it's going to be one of these giveaways that runs over a number of weeks. We will decide what the rules of that is closer to the time. But yes, something very, very special to give you as a Malt and Magic first, and a very, very unique item to behold. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Drive the follower count up, drive the subscriber count up, and we can start to look to give that away. And I'm very excited by it, ultimately. It's sat just over here, which is why I just keep looking at it. But yeah, it's good. It's nice. It's very, very good. And it's also, I should say, I'll give him a shout out now. It's made by my father. So, yes, it's very, very exciting.
He has done an amazing job.
Yes, they are epic, all 5 of them. Cool. So, last week, what a second half, I think I'm going to say to last week. The first half was very much just getting the whole cast together. Me trying to fuck around with the controls to actually get the stream working, but we got there. But yes, there was sort of the closing discussions as we all said goodbye to the crew of the Ebon Mirth, knowing that now we'd arrived in a Gruz, sorted out Jewel, and ultimately escaped Thalissa and all the dangers that Thalissa posed. It was now what's next. So the crew, the party, still needs a name, hint hint. You all needed to
Didn't Jack give us one in like episode 2? Weren't we like
I don't
know
know
if I can repeat it.
I don't know. I can't remember.
I can't remember, and I'm pretty sure it's rather lewd.
Yeah.
So yes, the cunts. Yeah, the cunts. Great, fantastic. What do you think?
Can't really put that on a YouTube video description, but we'll make do.
No, not really. Can't really put it on a T-shirt either.
Or we could. We definitely could. I just wouldn't be able to wear it.
No, indeed. So yes, going back to last week, after we'd said goodbye to the crew of the Ebon Mirth, some tender moments between Carsis and Romeo, and Jewel also spending some time up the main mast saying goodbye to Crodmar. He then said goodbye to Valley, said goodbye to Dis, and descended into the Grand Bazaar, the market district of Agruz, making your way over to towards the Ironwood Inn, which you were told was one of the nicer establishments in the city. under the sort of guidance of Romeo. And it was at that moment where Jules spotted a certain individual, knowing that information had been requested previously through a letter. So Jules, keeping her very, very watchful eyes out with an insane passive perception, I'm going to say it again for level 5, ridiculous, but it's there, spotted this individual and came with the full body, not just the arm, but had the arm pinned behind this individual's back. Questioned them, discovered that potentially someone who they wanted to speak. Chat is always on form. Love it. Discovered that the person you needed to speak to was a half-elf individual who owned a tavern with a huge oak tree outside. This was also the description you'd been given for the Ironwood Inn, a nice tavern with a huge oak tree outside. So you made your way there, found a half-orc taverness or inn owner, and proceeded to negotiate rates for rooms. Wasn't much of a negotiation, but yes. Half-orc. I misspoke there. Half-elf was me, just half-orc.
It's called Linda. Linda
so yes.
Tusk, we established that.
It's not. It's not called Linda. It's called Nadira. They are called Nadira.
We'll see.
We'll see, yeah, indeed. So Nadira gave you your key to your room, offered you breakfast complimentary as part of staying for a prolonged period of time. You then, Jewel, decided to pay for one night up front and also tried to slip a piece of parchment stealthily towards them, failed miserably, threw it onto the bar, and that was that and how that went. You then proceeded up to your room, which was room 17, I believe I said. Is the half-orc lady single? You'll have to wait and see. So yes, had very much a heart-to-heart and revealed things about each of your pasts and presents, I'm going to say. With Karsis having the biggest emotional retelling, I'm going to call that. There was a lot that came out of understanding where Karsis had been, where they had come from, what they'd been through ultimately, and a little bit more of an understanding of now why Karsis is who they are ultimately. So very big celebration for Karsis, I think, as well last week, in finally being able to share that with the two individuals that have come to be friends over the last few weeks, and maybe a month at this point. I'm not actually sure how much time in games past. I should go back and figure that out. I think we're probably close to a month. And so, we begin this evening, having not noticed or what had gone outside our room. Still in the morning within a Grooze, sort of mid-morning at this point, I'm going to say. And what are we going to do? What's the plan?
Had we come up with a plan?
I think the plan is to come up with a plan, isn't it?
At
is.
dawn we
Full-
plan.
Yeah.
I thought we talked, or maybe I thought about this, which was Jewel sleeping, resting, as much
Yes.
as possible.
Correct.
Oh, because
And-
we're meeting the single half-orc Kirk's daughter. I've put that into canon now. It's real.
Dusk.
At dusk.
I mean, Kirik was asexual, so would he have had a daughter?
Somebody could have turkey basted him in his sleep. they could have extracted from him. He didn't have to be.
I think,
The
Danny,
ninth
I think
level
at some
spell,
point
that.
we're going to have a conversation about biology.
Yeah. He could have donated for clerical research. I don't know.
It's a spell component, surely. Yes, we had discussed that Jewel needed some rest. We'd also all discussed about the fact that we wanted more information. And probably at some point a library visit wouldn't go amiss. Yeah, I mean, I suppose Jewel is going to have to put her head down. So more than happy for that to happen while the rest of the party figure out if they want to do that or something else.
Okay. So we'll say if Jules sleeping, what are the other two doing?
Unless Lex wants to talk, casters will just transfer some spells into their spell book that they've found over the last couple of weeks. And that's going to take a wee bit of time. So, yeah.
Yeah, I need to meditate to get my emotions back in check. It's been an emotional couple of days. I need to restore balance, order to my brain also. But before I let my emotions before I push my emotions down, I want to let them loose on Cog. See why won't he talk to me?
Okay. So, let's go to just the me and Danny view, shall we?
Oh, and you can see my big rosy sweaty face.
It's all right, mate. I've got sunburn here, which actually the camera's doing a great job of hiding right now. But yes, so as the other two, Jewel sort of curls up, needs biscuits, apparently, as chat is describing Jewel sleeping there, while Karsis, I'm going to say Karsis sits cross-legged on the floor, spellbook sort of open on their lap, beginning to scribe things in.
Like a samurai.
Cog flutters in front of you. And what do you want to say to it, him, they?
We need to talk.
And as you say that, it comes out in the native language, which you do know, I believe.
Yes.
You do. The native language of Cog. Which to the other two, or at least to Karsis, would appear as or hear like the sound of cogs whirring, clicks, mechanical noises in general.
Like R2D2.
And Cog responds in the... Yeah. So you asked Cog what, sorry?
We need to talk. I have questions and you must give me the answer.
Cog's just going to sort of settle on the... I'm going to say on the sort of bedpost or on one of the bedposts, and just sort of the wings fold in and looks up at you, and in those same clicks, whirs, but you would understand and be able to translate of what is the matter.
You're supposed to be helping me on my mission, on our mission. We're supposed to be a team. Why? This trinket box that I thought was just a puzzle that contains the amulet. I want to study the amulet. We all want to, but I can't open it, and you can. But you won't tell me how or why. Do you have a secondary side mission that I don't know about from Mechanus?
Many questions there. Amulet is not important. Mission is important. Always mission important.
Surely they're intertwined, no? I mean, I'm investigating portals, and that opens a portal.
Amulet opens one way. Not important. Yet.
Explain to me how you can open the box and I cannot. What's the significance of the box?
There's a moment where Cog just takes a moment to think of the right words to sort of describe the box. Box from Primus. Important storage. Will open when needed. When important.
For me. It will open for me when needed, or just for you?
For me primarily.
Why? Why am I not trusted with the box?
Not a matter of trust. A matter of order.
Hang on. Order of what? As in, You're above me in the order. The order of what?
We are same. Order of Primus. Investigate. Understand. Bring back.
Do you have a secondary directive other than helping me to achieve that?
Cog's directive twofold. 1. Investigate planar portals. 2. Protect.
Protect me.
Protect you, yes.
Do you think I need protecting from myself? Is that why I cannot open the box?
This is accurate conjecture.
Why do you need to protect me from myself? Haven't I proved valuable?
You are always valuable, friend. Emotions run hot, run high.
Okay. You've been telling me that's been a weakness my whole life.
Someone in the next inn or room in the inn has some sort of hysterical outburst somewhere in the background, which we heard there.
Some youths outside, but yeah, somebody's having a swingers party in the room next door.
It's some youths. It's some youths outside, I believe in the room. Anyway,
the wheels have now got off my car. Probably. Yeah, so
just up on bricks.
Yeah. You have always told me my emotions are weakness, but I think it is the emotional bond we build with Jewel and Karsus that may help us with our primary mission. Do you agree?
Partially agree. Emotions will help when used correctly, controlled. Outbursts not help anyone. I am friend, always.
I understand your logic. I think we are on the same page.
My logic is undeniable.
I have to admit, I started to doubt whether you were on the same mission as me, or whether you were just on a different path, but it seems we are aligned.
We are on the same path, now, always.
Okay. I must now meditate.
Is law.
I wish there was like what's the Mechanics version of Amen? Because that's what I would have said then.
I don't know. Hail Primus?
I don't know, that sounds a bit too Hail Hydra for me. I'm not having that.
Hail Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
You come up
Autobots
with it.
roll out, that's what he says.
Yeah.
I must now meditate to reduce my weakness, as you would say. Thank you for sticking with me.
By side, always. We are one.
Over and out. And then I'll then close my eyes as if I'm shutting down, powering down, and I'll do my meditation.
And Cog will do the same. The wings fold in, the legs sort of fold in as well. It becomes that just sphere, eye shut, and it just stays motionless on top of this bedpost now.
I can't remember what check we did for myself. Was it persuasion or just straight charisma for me?
I think it was straight charisma for your emotional checks.
$22. Android Lex is on the case today.
And yes, you settle back into that sense of calmness, that sense of logic and purpose. And you will then spend the next few hours dual sleeping, getting some well-earned rest. Is Is there anything anybody else wishes to do, or are we pretty much just ploughing on until dusk?
I could fast forward till dusk. I've got nothing else. Dave's on mute.
Very good.
That helps. When
wait, is what I saw there.
When Jewel wakes up, did she dream? And also, last time she thought she was hearing voices, so she may think about that when she wakes up. She didn't think about it when she was going to sleep because it was all
That's
a lot.
going to be my next thing then, if you are falling into a deep sleep and yes, resting. Make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay, it's going to be that one, and it's that. 7.
7. As you sleep, you begin to dream. And the dreams are broken, weird, difficult to find any real... Where dreams are usually somewhat linear in terms of the dream that plays out, this is more like flashes. And you have that instance of a kiss, a feeling of cold, and then a feeling of weightlessness, looking around you, seeing an endless sea of blackness with these pinpricks of light. Time passes. No real way of understanding how much time. And then something large, something stony, made almost of solid rock, a partial being, sails past you. Time passes again, and you can hear that chorus of whispers. Nothing comprehensive, but just endless whispers, endless shapes in the darkness. And then those pinpricks of light that form together into a large, almost unfathomable humanoid shape. And these two bright eyes that stare down at you. And then the last thing you see before you wake, that almost burned image in your retina of an hourglass with an eye at the centre. Make me a final charisma saving throw, please.
Twelve.
With a 12, as your eyes flash open and you sort of take a sharp intake of breath, almost feeling like you'd passed into that realm once again, but coming back, just you can hear, very faint amongst that chorus of whispers, the Watcher. Remember the Watcher.
Jewel will bolt up and out of the bed and just sort of see, was that Karsus or Lex saying that? And looks at both of them. Presumably both
So both of
meditating.
your friends probably just look at you as if to...
Oh.
Right?
Well, I believe I slept.
Oh. do you have? As it has begun to get dark now, you've got that sort of reddish glow to the surrounding area. You are now going to be on a -1 as opposed to a -2.
Happy days. Oh, look out the window. Oh, did I oversleep?
No, I think that's just the time. To be honest, I've also just finished as well.
I shall have some water and let us go and let's go and find the half-orc.
Where are we supposed to meet again? Is it just downstairs or?
I look down at the scrap of paper and it just says "at dusk." Is that right?
Make me an investigation check, please.
This guy's absolute garbage. 9.
9. Okay, yes. Just says at dusk.
Yes. If she is the person we are really looking for, then maybe she will find us, but I think we should give it a go. Let us at least see if she's downstairs.
All right.
You would know the best place to have this kind of conversation, so maybe she thinks you'll know where you need to meet, if that makes sense. And you'll notice that Lex, after his meditation, is a lot more stoic and seems a lot more transactional.
I think you have a slight misunderstanding as to how I knew them before. So I am bordering on the edge of my knowledge. I would just say, let's go down and see them in their office. And if not, perhaps I have some ideas.
All right. Well, we'll follow you. So let's head down.
Let's go. So Jewel is going to make sure she's got everything. And then head downstairs. We met the half-orc at sort of the entrance of the bar or something. At the bar.
Yeah.
And I do believe we did catch... Well, yes, we did catch a name, which was...
Nadira.
Nadira, that's the one.
Linda, yeah.
So yeah, we'll go down and ask... we'll go down and see if Nadira is down at the bar still.
Okay.
First check.
When you head downstairs and sort of look towards the bar, the patronage is more numerous now than previously, than it was this morning. You get the impression, in the morning, you get the impression that the morning occupants of the inn were probably those that were staying here, whereas now there's a lot of people that have come in from the city, maybe for food, drink at the end of the day. The sun is descending, not quite set yet, and behind the bar you don't see a half-orc. Instead you see a rather short-looking human, actually, male, with sort of this wiry black hair that just hangs in sort of tendrils down their face, this rather crooked nose, pale sort of green, very pale greenish grey eyes. Yes.
Cool. I will go up to them and then ask, oh, hello, I am looking for Nadira. She got us our rooms this morning.
Nadir is not here. Not her shift. Back later.
Okay. I shall speak with them later. Bon, thank you.
You were in room 17, yes.
Yes, that is it.
I have a letter for you.
Ah, merci. May I?
Takes out this piece of paper and hands you takes out this envelope and hands you to. There is a seal on the back.
Cool. What is the seal? Have I seen it before?
It is in green, or sickly green, and sort of hints of black wax. And there is a symbol of a serpent's head with a knife that is sort of plunged into the top of it.
Cool. Is there either a little table in the corner, or a quiet corridor that we came through to get to here, somewhere that there aren't many eyes prying?
Make me, in fact, I'll say with your passive perception, as you look around, you do see a table which is sort of off in the corner. Looks like it's more of a table for two, but you reckon you can probably get 3 chairs around it quite easily, and go from there.
Cool, so I'll turn to the other two and I'll just give a nod. And I'll head straight over there quite quickly.
So yeah, follow.
As I
Sure.
as I'm walking, I'll lean to Karsis and say, can you cover me while I sit down for a moment? It'll be just a moment.
All right. I'll bring my sort of arm around with the half cape, completely covering you, I'd assume.
So yeah, very quickly sit down and we'll crack open the seal, open the letter.
Okay. As you crack open the seal, there is almost this sound, very faint, of a hiss. Just a...
Nice.
Inside, there is bright green parchment.
Cool. As that happens, and hoping that Lex and Cast is nearby, I will just whisper, we are on the right track. We'll open it up and look at the green parchment.
Okay. As you open it up and sort of fold out this green parchment, which rather than folding out into a rectangular piece of paper, actually folds out into more of a hexagonal shape. And it is blank.
So, here we go. Can I investigate it with my forgery kit?
You can
Oh.
indeed.
So, I will be looking for invisible ink. I shall be looking for any marks, magical or otherwise, that I might need to touch or press.
Okay, I'm
Whisper
going
my...
to say make me an investigation check with your proficiency bonus added on top, please.
Investigation. Okie dokie. Right. Alrighty then. That is an 18.
With an 18, you do see, sort of, you begin to look at it in a certain angle and just catch the light on it. There is a faint sheen in sort of streaks and bends, and you get the impression, yes, there's some form of either invisible ink or something on here, some compound on here that you need to activate.
Cool. I'm going off my understanding of invisible ink here, and I would say to either one of you, does either of you be able to create a tiny flame? A little bit of heat.
frantically checks spells.
Yes, actually. Because I remember specifically picking this cantrip because none of us had it in fucking campaign 1, and it's always a problem. Yeah, I'll grab like a candle by the table and whisper just a few words and then just blow on it. And as I do, instead of going off, it just comes back up. Like I press the digitation on it.
Cool.
The flame begins to burn.
If you can, try and heat the paper without burning it. Just get it close. I'll hold it.
All right. Let's bring the candle close by.
As I'm moving it near the flame and stuff, does it start to help?
As you bring the parchment closer and closer to the flame, make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
21.
21. You bring it closer and closer, and then you see a small little black mark begin to form where the edge of the paper is getting close to the flame, and you immediately bring it back, and you realise this paper is very sensitive to heat. That was the equalising goal, thank fuck.
Is that... did I get any... So I otherwise haven't got any other reaction normally from the ink.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Does it look like it would be sensitive to temperature change or just to heat?
Based on the reaction there, it was definitely as the paper got close to the flame that it started to burn very quickly. So heat definitely seems to be something, or high heat at least, the flame being high heat as above room temperature or skin temperature, those sorts of things. It seems to deteriorate very quickly at that point.
Okay, so I'll pull it away from the flame. And then we'll okay, so the next thing that comes to mind will be she pulls out her dagger, little slit on her finger, and we'll just drop it somewhere, bottom corner or something, nearabouts. Try and dab it on there. Is there a reaction?
Don't need to ask you to make me the history check then. As you do dab it on, the blood actually begins to seep into the paper, and it almost disappears if the paper fully absorbs it. And then where those streaks were, you begin to see bright red symbols, letters, and words begin to form, as in very, very fine script. The letter reads, "With this, young one, you take your first step in joining this organization. Your skills must be honed. We do not need any more incidents like that at the bar. Your journey is just beginning. I have the information you seek. Meet me in the alley behind the apothecary. Dusk." It is then signed N, single letter. Just about managed to read all that before the words then begin to dissipate and the paper itself actually crumbles.
I will brush it off the table onto the floor away from me.
And it just becomes dust.
Right, I know what we need to do. Let's go. Okay, does Jewel know where the apothecary is? Sweet.
Good.
Thinking this, we'll go straight back to the bar. Excuse me. Would you be able to tell me where the apothecary is? I know it may be closed now, but I have some errands tomorrow, and I will just like to know.
The apothecary will, shops are still open. Not looking at a watch, because who has watches? But looks outside. Will still be open until the sun sets.
Perfect.
It is deep in the heart of the Grand Bazaar. Head that way, back into the center. Nearby there is a well. You will see apothecary in Central Market. There is also a smithy. Cannot miss it. The letter was of importance, I hope.
It was information I was hoping to get from my family.
Make me a deception check, please.
Yeah, fuck is my deception? There it is. Dirty 20.
Very good. Family is important. Thank you for the follow.
Hopefully the blacksmith will also be useful to us as well. Thank you.
I am sure if you need weapons, I will see you when you return.
Lex Cassis, follow me.
A couple of questions for the DM first.
You've got a couple of questions for me, sorry.
I certainly do. The paper that was being used.
The paper? Yes.
Does it match the type of paper the letter from M was written on?
Oh. Paper. Yeah. So there was a letter with the book in the. Yes, that chamber of
No.
Oh.
And was there anything in the maybe like the format of the writing that not necessarily being written by the same person, but like being written in like almost like a poem or something? Was there anything that seemed patterned as that letter from M?
No. Not in the same way.
Great.
The letter, or at least the diary entry, as I believe it was, from M, very different.
Yes, diary entry.
Very different style of writing, very different prose.
Cool.
This was almost broken sentences, very short, meant to be to the point. And the paper is unlike any that you've seen before.
Great. Just very aware
like
that there was something written by an M and something written by an N, so pattern recognition.
Mm-hmm.
18 intelligence, guys. It's the stuff that I need to do.
That's pretty cool. I mean,
24 letters to go.
I was going to say, if the next one's O, there is a pattern, and we know. So,
I mean, it could be L.
But cool. Yeah, in that case, follow Jewel.
Lex is cog out with us.
Lex, did you
I'll
cog
just
out?
check them now. No, we're all right. No, sensing that you want to be stealth, I don't want to draw attention with a big golden snitch, so I have ears in my pocket.
You so wanted to say with a big cog then, didn't you?
I don't want to get around with a big cog out.
Okay, so with that in mind,
Big shiny cog.
Okay, fine. Yeah, as it's still the three of us, I will say once we get to the Grand Bazaar and the fountain, I am going to try and make a better impression than I did this morning. So I shall become harder to find. So please be extra vigilant in keeping your eyes on me, please.
I was thinking,
I can promise that.
do you think it is worth maybe introducing yourself to her by yourself, or at least that she thinks you're by yourself?
Yeah.
If you are both happy to wait around, it's a Grand Bazaar. That is not a bad idea.
Well,
Oh no, I'm not.
I don't have a
I'm
good
not leaving
track record
your
of trying
side.
to keep. Well, I don't have
I
a
was-
good track record of
I was-
keeping track of your movements, so I'll just follow Carsus's lead, I think.
I was more thinking that Lex and I could be invisible,
Oh,
but still
Oh.
next to you.
that makes logical sense.
Absolutely. That yes. I think I will tell her that I have friends nearby. I understand it is likely that not much is going to get by them, and I do not want it to look like an ambush.
True.
Perhaps invisible, but at a short distance.
Yes.
20 feet? Something... what is the word? Non-threatening. As two invisible people are. Just in case they are aware of invisible assailants.
If they are as good as they say they are, won't they just know we're there anyway?
Quite possibly, which is why I will not attempt to keep it a secret if I am asked.
Okay.
However, yes, a introduction by myself, I think that shows merit.
Right.
Do you, when do you wish to do this? I don't know how far the Grand Bazaar away is, so
When we think that will be within the hour of meeting them, then I'll do it.
Do you think it's possible that they will have watches, or they'll have an eye on you from this hotel to the meeting point? In which case, we'd have to be invisible straight away.
then they already know that we have company, and she already saw us all, so I
Yeah,
would say yes. But perhaps you will need to do it now, or maybe we shall try and head down a side alley. You go invisible and follow me from there.
I could probably do it now. Well, probably not while we're down here with all these people here, but perhaps we go up, and then it seems like you have that we all went up and you're just going out by yourself.
I like that plan.
Let us do that.
All right. So we go up. It's the bedroom.
Okay.
And before casting invisibility, I'm actually going to put my ring of spell storing in my hands, and I will cast mage armor on myself and on Lex.
Yes. Thank you.
Just in case. So that's a 13 plus 4, right?
Yes.
And then after that, I will take out my sword, and I'll once again just rotate it along the light, and the reflection is going to impact Jules' eye. And by the time you kind of like come to, Lex and I are no longer there. And Lex, you'll feel your body go really cold really quickly, almost as if you are becoming sort of the very last thing you see, maybe on your body, is like you've got scales, right? You're a scaly person.
In places. Yeah,
Great.
I got scales.
Yeah, your scales almost take the color of a very, very fine blade.
Oh.
And yeah, there's just a sense of the light impacting you, but like being diverged to all the places apart from the eyes of those who are gazing. That's it.
So just to double check,
True
Cog's in
reflection
his
of
pocket.
light.
He's now just not. He's still invisible, right? Cog's technically invisible because he's in the pocket.
So everything on your person is also invisible.
Everything carried or
Good.
worn is
Good.
And I've cast
With
invisibility at
Cog
3rd level, so that I can cast for 2 people.
Very good. So, Jewel, you would see, or not see, 1 minute Karsis and Lex there, and the next minute gone.
It's quite nice for the shoe to be on the other foot for a change, and you can't see us.
Well, I'm about to turn that back onto you, and remember that I am going to be hard to see. Also, meet me at the opposite side of the street to the entrance of this place. When you leave in a moment, I am going to go out the window. I would say it is not a good idea for you to follow.
Yeah, definitely not.
She'll lift her hood up. And if you recall, she has... she sewed in a cloak that she got into her original cloak. As she does that, both of you just feel your eyes just move off her. And you like to blink and look back. As it is just difficult to perceive me. It's not impossible, it's just difficult.
Nice.
So every time you want to look elsewhere.
Jewel, roll me a stealth check then, please. With
Nice.
advantage, I believe.
Yes.
You should now get advantage on your stealth checks.
Yeah. 19. That was an okay roll.
Very good. Okay. As you then sort of pull the curtains and look to jump out the window, make me an investigation check, please.
Cool. 12.
12. You sort of climb up to jump off the ledge outside, and then briefly as you sort of launch yourself down, you see what looks like finger marks in the dust on the ledge. And then you drop. I'm not going to ask you to make me a dexterity saving throw because you have feline agility and it's cooler for you to just land on all fours like a cat. And then you disappear into the twilight.
Sweet. So,
Karsis, carry on.
yeah, I was going to say. So I will then make a diverted way round to the front where I said I would meet them, so that they then can try and follow me.
Very good. Karsis, Lex, I'm assuming you then descend out of the, or exit the room.
Yeah, just once again amazed that Jewel just keeps disappearing out of nowhere. Like, just like literally, she's in front of me, and then she's gone. So my only assumption is she also cast invisibility. It's the only logical explanation for
I'm
this.
just constantly lying to you.
So I'm going to remind both yourself, Lex, and Carsters then, you can't see each other either.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is going brilliantly.
So you are going to have to communicate somehow.
Oh, we can both do message, can't we? Cantrip?
If Matt allows it.
If one of you can do that.
That's technically casting a spell, which breaks invisibility.
Ah, cock. Never mind.
Yeah, it's a bit...
Do you know Morse code? I'll just tap it on you.
So I'll say, while you're in your room,
just...
you both whisper to each other lightly.
We can just hold hands, it's okay.
But then, if we're two abreast, how are we going to get through doors? Doesn't it make sense just for me to hold on to your tail?
You could just hold on to my tail, actually. Yeah, that's
If that's not an invasion of personal space. Okay.
That's not my tail.
I was say, yeah,
You knew where I
he's
was
like,
going with that.
yeah,
We knew
I'm
that was
standing
coming.
facing
Oh,
forward,
no.
honest.
I grabbed the wrong one. Sorry.
Good.
I
I
did
can
not
hold on to my
get
tail.
something.
I can wrap it around your neck. It's whatever you're more comfortable with, you know.
I feel like I need a safe word for what's about to happen.
Harder.
Lex's safe word is definitely chaos. That's the word. That's the only situation where you would say that.
Yeah.
But all right, while Lex is holding onto my tail, I will take the lead and heading downstairs, and out to the tavern, and eventually to the opposite side of the door.
Very good. So you make your way out of the tavern to the opposite side of the door. And wait, I'm going to ask both of you to make me perception checks, please. Lex and Carsters, sorry.
Oh, it's not me. Sorry, that's all right then.
10.
3.
Brilliant.
We are
I'm in-
the perfect people for this job.
Yeah, Jewel is nowhere to be seen.
Can I attempt to perceive the door opening, footprints that I'm not expecting?
Make me a perception check as well, but I'm going to ask yours is going to be at disadvantage.
Yeah, that's fine. I rolled 2 10s. Perception, so it's 15.
Lex, Carsters, make me stealth checks with advantage, please.
Oh, I'm going to nail this one.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I was
are.
gonna
You're going
say
to absolutely nail it.
I was gonna say it doesn't beat my passive stealth. Yeah, no, that's 27 on stealth, natural 20. Thank you very
I was
much.
happy with the 19.
None of you
Absolute
see
waste
each
of a nat
other
20.
have any
If there
sense
ever was a
that-
waste of a nat 20, that was it.
Yeah.
I'm holding on to
Jesus.
the Carsters' tail and I still don't know where they are. If they roll like that.
So you literally, none of you know if either of you were there, or any of you are there. You have no idea what's going on right now.
Okay, so after 5 minutes standing there,
Such a long time.
just waiting to see if I can see them or to hear them, I'm just like, Lex.
Oh, hey up, camera change.
Okay, I'll go, Carsters.
You know where I am.
Hello.
Say again, Danny.
Have you just...
Computer's freaking out. It doesn't know where I am either. I'm that invisible.
Yeah. You managed to cuss it.
Sorry, Carsters, carry on.
Hello. Have you just arrived here?
No, I've been here for about 5 minutes.
Well, we've been here for about 5 minutes as well, I think.
Hi. Bollocks. I did not think this through.
We did not. No.
Can I try and reach out and try and find Carsters?
Remember, he's quite tall and you're not.
So you reach out and just sort of...
Do I see Jewel at this point?
Yes, I would say you see the paw come out. I'm also going to say you step back, because if they connect with you, that's obviously going to break the invisibility as well. Does it?
Does it?
No, that's illusions.
It doesn't technically. No, it's just concentration. I'll just tap them. I'll just tap her on the paw.
Is Lex here with you?
Hi.
Lex? Yes, he is holding onto my tail. It's.
Hi.
That is a wonderful idea. Cassis, hold on to my tail.
It's the only part of the plan that seems to be done.
Yes. Absolutely.
This is going
100%
to be the weirdest.
This should have been.
The weirdest way in which we are going to go through the city, and no one is going to see it, and that is quite disappointing.
Wait, am I actually holding on to both tails?
No, Cassis is holding on to mine.
No, I'll hold on to the tail, to Jules' tail. You keep holding on to mine. It's okay.
This plan is flawless. What could go wrong?
It's a clusterfuck. Let's go.
I think this is wonderful. To be fair,
So,
I think
Okay.
there's no way.
as
Yeah,
you walk,
we
tail
start
in
walking.
hand.
Humanoid centipede is what we're going for.
Multi-race.
This is a classic. This is a classic example of the DM being like, "This very simple task that you can do," and we're just like, "Yes, but hang on. What if we make this?"
It'd be better if it's
Peak
harder.
D&D.
What if we make it harder for ourselves?
Absolutely.
Anyway,
Well, hark back to campaign 1 when we spent fucking about 3 episodes trying to get over that bridge over a small little canal.
Oh, God, yeah.
Very good. So you begin to wander now, Jewel, sort of following the instructions from this other barkeep. And you wander through the Grand Bazaar. And you pass a number of different shops. At one point, in fact, no, that's not there. Sorry, you do pass a small little bookshop of sorts. And outside you see a symbol that says the Golden Quill, and then you turn a corner and you find a sturdy brick building, and you realise that this is the blacksmith's, and it's very simply called the Blacksmith's Forge. Remembering the instructions, you then sort of turn around and navigate a bit further, and eventually you find a building, a small shop with shelves in the windows that house a number of vials and containers and bottles, and above the door there is this leaf motif, and the words "the Silverleaf Apothecary." And you see a dark alley just off to the left as the sun begins to just dip and it becomes dusk.
Okay, is there many people around at the moment?
No, the bazaar is quiet now. Most stalls and shops are closing. The only people you sort of see around as you're wandering through stealthily and avoiding various folks are mainly the merchants or the stall owners or the shop owners.
Okay, so I'll stop and I'll say, well, I'll essentially turn around and be like, Cassis, Lex,
yes.
Follow me from here, but use your own judgment as to when to stop. I will make myself obvious at a certain point, so I do not know how far they are going to be in here, so maybe stand at the edge and wait until you either see or hear us.
Right.
Okay. I shall see you in a moment. I hope.
You in a bit?
Probably not.
Cassis,
That's true. Still have half an hour.
you need to let go of my tail. Otherwise I had to...
Oh yes, of course.
Thank you.
It's just very soft, so I was just enjoying it.
Okay.
There we go.
This alleyway, this bit, whatever behind the apothecary. What does it look like? Is there anything high up? Is there?
So as you step into the alleyway, it's quite simple. There's a few palm trees dotted around the place. There's some stones on the floor, or some almost like old bricks, loose bricks. But generally, it's just these buildings. Apart from the apothecary, apart from the blacksmiths, which was more of a very sturdy brick building, almost like it was hand-built. Thank you so much for the subscription there. The rest of the buildings are in sandstone or mud brick, and they've got these red roofs, which are some are flat, some are sort of I think angled. I don't know the exact term because my brain's just gone. But yes, there's a couple of sort of silks or fabric bits coming over the alley, as they do to shelter the alley from the sun, but generally it's fairly deserted. I say fairly deserted, it's totally deserted. There's nothing really of note. A few barrels down there as well. But
Is it particularly long? Can I see a thing at the other end, or is it turned? Does it like turn off and we can't see the edge?
It looks like it turns further down. It is dark now, so...
Yeah. Cool, okay, so having a look at all of that, and then going, okay, yeah, so got a bit of wall, got a silk top, and then you got a flat roof or even a slanted roof. Jewel is going to get down onto all fours, do 10 feet running, and then 20 feet running up the wall, and then misty step along to the roof, which I'm just double checking. I don't think it makes much noise. It would just be more of a as this black tendril smoke pops from her tail round her and just disappears. She appears again on the hunkered right low, right to the tiles, and is going to look down to see if there's anyone in the
Make me
alleyway.
a perception check, please.
Rolling like balls today. 14.
We're on a
Thank
roll.
you for the follow. With 14, you look down. You don't see anything.
With the way that I can now see it now, is there somewhere where I think, okay, if I was going to try and meet someone here, it would be around this area? Are there like any... is there like a cart or some barrels or something that basically means that there's a bit of a blockade in the middle of it?
If anything, as you look down into this alley, it's almost too clear. There's few places you could hide. And in that moment, there's then just this whisper next to your ear. That was a nice trick.
Jewel attempts to keep her composure and not flinch. Thank you. I was just hoping to check the coast was clear.
As you should do. Now, we're fairly well covered up here. You can drop the ruse. I'm sure your friends are around there somewhere.
They cannot follow me up here. They are down at the entrance of the alleyway. I cannot
Very
necessarily get them a message from here.
Fine, this should probably be between you and I. As you stand and turn now, you see a tall figure, a hulking figure, but in a cloak that is this very, very dark colour. You can just, in the fading light of the sun now, catch this slight green shine to it, but very, very slight.
As I stand up and turn
hood
around,
is
I
up.
will take off. I will actually take the hood off to show that it is me.
Okay. And this individual does the same, and as they pull the hood back, you see the half-orc vision of Nadira. Not speaking in the same voice they did previously, and with this dark green cloak on, they are wearing thieves' leathers. There's no two ways to describe that. It is typical thieves' leathers. You see a number of daggers. You also see what looks like small little vials around the waist, sort of in a almost like an ammo belt, if you like, but rather than bullets, it's vials. And a very, very, it's almost a short sword, but is still a dagger, and this thing looks vicious. Sharp, angular, and there is again this slight green shine to the blade. You are skilled. There is more that can be taught.
I have much to learn, as you have already perceived.
I sometimes think, or I have been wondering at least, why us? We are not known for our benevolence.
That is information that has come to me since I was graciously given some help and advice about 9 months ago. I was looking for information and the ways and means to gather it. I believe it must have been chance that meant that I stumbled upon one of your colleagues. Not in a cruise. However, I knew that someone of your stature would be here. As you can see, I know little of what you do, but I know enough to know that I am in your debt.
You know enough to be dangerous, is what this is. That
Correct.
antic to the bar. Antic at the bar. Well, let's just say if the wrong person had found that, you'd be one hand short.
A mistake I will remember for a long time.
A mistake you won't make again.
Correct.
I believe this is what you came for. Another letter. Another envelope with a green seal. And again, that viper's head with a blade impaled through the middle.
I hope it was not bravado on behalf of myself to hope that the small payment made initially would be enough. I understand it may not be.
On the contrary, it was wise of you to pay for such services.
That was what I was
Yeah.
aware of.
We are thieves, assassins, information gatherers. You, now, as with this meeting, I bring you into the fold, which means a number of things. You are now part of an organization that will unlock certain doors, but in the same vein, should you tell anyone or reveal secrets of this organization, you will find that night to be your last.
Understood.
We stalk in the shadows. We are silent. we go unnoticed where others walk freely. Are you sure you are ready for this?
Yes.
Then take this letter, and tomorrow morning, you and I will have a conversation.
Will I know where to meet you?
I will escort you where you need to go, inside the inn. Somewhere private, less open.
Then I will return there for now.
I'm taking a very big risk with this. You better be worth it.
I shall not let you down. Or my blood will run freely on the pavement.
Very well, Diamond in the darkness. I will see you in the morning.
Jewel will, having perceived the alleyway behind her now, the way that they've been talking, will quickly get down onto all fours, jump down onto one of the, I think you said trees, palm trees or something that's near there, scale that down, and will initially take a step or two in the direction back towards where the other guys are, but then considering was that I said they would know where I am, I then actually retrace my steps and go the other way, trying to look for them. If they have started walking, I need to find them.
As you launch yourself off the roof, then you feel something just slipped into the pocket of your leathers, and then as you sort of then slide down the tree and turn, the half-orc is gone. And I'm going to say at that point we are going to take a very short break, because I don't know about the rest of you, but the DM needs a wee.
See you all in a minute.
We'll be back in a few minutes.
Hello.
There we go.
Hello.
Thank you for bearing with us there while we sorted out our shit in the background and dealt with the technical issues that were happening on Streamlabs for whatever reason. Cool. So, welcome to the new chatters as well. Thank you for joining the channel and following. That's amazing. I hope you enjoy the Discord when you get on there as well. And yes, we can now see Streamlabs is doing what we expected it to do. Excellent. So, having spoken to the shadowy half-orc figure on the roof, Joel, you have now descended down into the alleyway to find your allies.
Yes. First of all, okay, so yes, I will attempt to either see or hear them in either direction. So I'm going to basically stand looking towards the wall and be, so I can obviously hear one way or the other. Kind of in my head expecting to hear, them arguing with themselves about the fact that they've just knocked into something. Or that they can't find me, more precisely.
Do we see Jewel in the middle of the...
I don't think Jewel's been stealthy at this point, is she?
At this point, no. She's dropped down, hood's off, there's no one really around. It is, I need to find you guys.
So in which case, yes, you would see Jewel drop down.
Well, unless you've walked past
to the alley floor.
I don't know whether you followed my instructions of follow until you can hear me.
Lex.
What?
Jewel's over
Do
there.
we need to make
Jewel's
a
over
move?
there in the middle. No, Jewel's just there. I think she might be looking for us. Just stay very still, don't make a sound.
Okay. Is it a trap?
No, it's just a...
It's a trap.
Just a joke. Just a prank.
Okay, so can I see if I can find any obvious footprints or paths that they may have gone past me from knowing that they're basically to my right. You know, can I see, okay, which way do I need to be going here?
Is this a wise use of our time?
That's a very good question. Maybe not. Maybe.
Maybe
But
a
I mean,
perception check, please.
us having this conversation probably just means that Jules going to hear us. So, but this might be a good use of our time, actually.
23.
So you do begin to hear this whispering.
Okay, so yeah, I will dart down onto the floor, run again, and then try and sort of snake my way, back to that area. Again, actually being stealthy again, but back to where I left them before.
Okay. So just so I've got this right, my Lex Carsis, have you gone all the way to the other end, or are you still at the beginning?
No, I assumed we just stayed where Jewel left us. That's where we left.
So, Jewel, you sort of stealth back towards the beginning of the alley then. And you hear that whispering getting louder and louder as you approach. You don't see them, as they are invisible, but you can definitely hear the whispers now.
If we're on a time-sensitive mission, I don't see how playing pranks makes logical sense.
I was just putting the idea out, but it's clear that we're not going to do that. So let's just keep up this conversation so that if Jewel is looking for us now, that she'll just be able to find us.
I mean, I have found you. I am so pleased I went by myself. You have no idea.
Was it productive?
It was. I am not going to speak of it here, and I'm going to say very little when we get back. But it is good for us to head back unless there is anything else you want to do. And the disguises, the invisibility is not needed anymore.
Okay.
All right.
Unless you want to
Well, in
keep
that
it up, that is entirely up to you.
I don't think Lex is enjoying it that much. So
no,
I'll just stop it. I'll stop concentrating on the spell.
Okay, you drop the concentration on invisibility then, and the two of you now appear with Lex still holding on to Carsus's tail.
I really hope it starts from the tail and the hand, and it just goes out to the two of them.
There's almost like this shine of light. And Jewel, are you still stealthy? You now sort of.
I'm standing next to
them.
I'll walk up to them.
Okay. So you all sort of now reconvene at the beginning of this alleyway. And as you begin to sort of make your way and turn around to go and walk back out the alleyway, a figure steps out of the darkness.
Don't be going anywhere so soon, my friends.
Do we recognise them?
And sorry, who are you?
I don't. I only have two friends. I don't recall a third.
This individual that steps out is immediately flanked by three others. The individual that speaks is a blue-skinned male dragonborn.
Oh, good.
In this leather armor, plate armor, and there's a great axe slung over their back.
Might want to keep our conversations in bedrooms a bit quieter. A fine bounty on your heads there is. and I've come to collect.
Oh, that's a bad move on your end.
Yeah, I don't think you thought this through.
Is this
going to go one of two ways.
is this
You
Dragon
can come with me.
is Dragon Ball
Okay.
wearing much armor?
Plate armor.
Plate armor.
So yes, they then say,
You can come with me, quietly. Or we can make this more fun.
You forgot the third way, where you just leave and we go about our business, then you do not die.
The fun way it is, then.
I will bonus
They just
action
look
Misty
left
Step
and right.
behind him.
Oh, he's fucked up again. Brilliant. Cheers, Joe. Thanks for that.
I suppose this is an appropriate moment for Albert.
Yes, my intention is bonus action Misty Step behind him, pull out a dagger, and attack.
Okay.
I'm going
wow,
for
bear.
the neck.
Stick them with the pointy end.
Stick them with the pointy end. So I'll put Jewel around there then. Narcissus. Lex, Cog still in her pocket. And I've been a really lazy dungeon master and not created tokens for these ones, so we're just going to use some owlbear plate ones.
That's so good.
Ace looks really cool.
It does look really cool.
That's a lot.
Okay, well.
I've got a good feeling about my initiative roll this time. I'm going to roll good.
Do you? That's good. Let's will it into existence, and it shall be so.
I think I've just spelt that Dragoonborn, haven't I?
Dragoon!
It's a Dragoonborn.
Dragoonborn.
It's a dragoon born.
It's a Dragoonborn.
Sorry to everyone from Scotland or any Celtic island.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
It wasn't
mean,
Scottish
if I've
accent.
not
It,
offended the
it was an
Scottish
NOF
in-
one.
I was going to say, if I've
the
not
NOF
insulted the Scottish in multiple ways throughout the course of these two campaigns, I'm in trouble.
Oh, well, it's,
Very good. With that then, with the map populated, let's get some initiative roll, shall we?
oh
12.
boy, baby.
I rolled a
You
12.
rolled a 12.
Oh god, which one was that going to come up on? Hey, there we go.
Natural 20 for a 24.
Ooh,
Nice.
Some of that.
24 for Carsis and Jewel.
oh, what is my initiative? 22.
Nice.
22 initiative. Fantastic. So the order is then Carsis, Jewel, and Lex. So Jewel, for the sake of this, I'm going to say you Misty Step behind
Yeah.
and pull a dagger out, ready to attack. And at that point, we go straight into Carsis.
Little smirk on my face as I take out Tear of Sorrow, and my body just starts to vibrate and starts glowing from underneath. So I will activate my Blade Song.
Now we know why Romeo had fun.
He's got a
And-
vibrator setting. I have a vibrator setting.
And with that, then, I will reach into my pouch component, or component pouch.
Okay.
And I'm going to take out what seems to be like a piece of Lex probably can probably tell because he deals with spell components as well. I'm going to take out a piece of licorice that I run along the edge of the blade. And as I do that, there is a sort of a dark, like pulse of energy that seems to join up with the orange glow that just seems to go slightly darker, almost like the color of flame. And Lex probably sees what appears to be all the muscles in Carsus's body just ever so slightly pump as they seem to grow a little bit in size. It's more like getting a shot of adrenaline. As Carsus casts haste on themselves.
Oh.
Game on.
Carsus casts steroids.
Yeah.
He's gone Super Saiyan. That's what he's done.
Pulls out a protein
Yeah.
shake.
So, let's see. Have I got anything? No, that's hexed. Hexed. Hexed.
I believe there is a
nothing
haste
for
token.
haste.
If not, just put a concentration. I mean, I'm going to need a concentration token anyway because I'm concentrating on it.
That's
so.
fine.
So I have a +2 bonus to AC, advantage on dexterity saving throws, and I gain an additional action on each of my turns. That action can be used only to take the attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object action. Would you rule it that I get my extra action on this turn as well?
Yeah, you've cast the spell.
Amazing.
That might be why I
In
can't
that
see
case, I'm gonna
anything, 'cause
rush
I
this
scrolled
guy.
all the way to the right.
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, 25, why not? Let's put myself in the... Let's put myself over there. And
knew I had a
just
hasted token.
invite them. Ooh, so plus... Oh boy, so it's a +4 because of Blade Song. And then a +2 because of Haze. Great AC. And I'm going to attack the Dragonborn. So as I'm
for it.
moving, just rushing really quickly, and almost like as I'm passing by, I just try to get the sword between the mail plate, essentially. Not the mail plate, you know what I mean. 15 to hit.
15 will not hit.
Cool.
As you try and pierce with the sword, it just
Sorry,
catches that
16 to
plate
hit. Plus
16
seven.
still
Sorry,
does not
16
hit.
to hit. Great. Cool. That is my turn.
Excellent. So, at the end of your turn, then, as you see Carsis sort of vibrate, the muscles pump, and then dashes forward, and the blade just sort of swipes forward. You hear this clang as the tip just hits against the metal, and we are then over to Jewel, who you, in this moment, have just appeared, dagger out, and you are doing what?
Okay, so not knowing that I was going for the Dragonborn, but I'm happy to stab B instead.
Yes.
So I shall be directly behind B, and I shall use. Yes, I shall use my dagger, and I'm going for. To theme the attack, I'm going for sort of a cut across the neck. But
Okay.
it's not necessarily an assassination, but it can't be. But it is just that's what I'm going for.
Just appear behind and...
Yes, it's not great. It's a 14.
And yes, a 14 is the magic number you needed for them. And yes, JK, I did say that cast is vibrated.
Ooh, 14 magic number. So that is.
Ooh, 14.
Do I get sneak attack on them?
They're engaged with me.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
They are, technically. Yes.
Yeah. Got another person. So that is then 3d6, I believe. What's
Oh, your
3d6?
sneak attack's starting to build up, my
Plus
friend.
a d4. So that is then... Oh my goodness me. 22 points of piercing damage to B.
Okay, as you then appear behind B and just drag that blade across, there is this fountain of blood. Somehow they are holding on, but you have really fucked this individual up.
And as I do that, as I have landed behind it with this misty step, these wisps, these black wisps that I've talked about of shadow, as they're disappearing and I've attacked, they reform next to B in a shadow of Jewel. And they stab at the Dragonborn.
Yes.
That's
And
cool as fuck.
this
Such
ethereal,
a cool
like,
ability.
dark shadow of Jewel. So stabs with... Bear with. Gotta read it right.
Is it half rounded up? I think it's half rounded up.
Thought it was. But this one instead is saying something else. No, hang on a minute. I got that wrong. Fucking hell. So, I didn't get it wrong. There's just something else. Oh, is that 17th? Is that 17th level, isn't it? So I can ignore that bit.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's the bit before.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I just roll that again. So roll 2d6.
Yeah.
You roll 2d6. Yes.
Yeah. So I thought it was the same amount. I thought it was half of what I did. Anyway, that is 7 points of necrotic damage to the Dragonborn.
7 points necrotic damage. As you rake that blade across B, you just hear or everybody would just hear these ethereal whispers begin just... As this shadowy figure of Jewel then forms, and the blade just, almost in the same action, just across the Dragonborn's neck, and you see this black energy just seep into the Dragonborn, and the scales go almost a lighter shade of blue before, colour comes back. Anything else on your turn, Jewel?
So you'll actually see that Jewel looks really, like, scared, frightened of what the hell that just was. She has no idea. Not got a clue. So she's actually looking at it with quite that I've seen a ghost sort of look. So I presume it would use my bonus action to have done my Misty Step, which would have been this turn.
No, I'll allow you to have positioned yourself previously.
Smashing, thank you. So that will be... I will do a cunning action, disengage to move to... I'll basically just push off B and jump backwards enough to know that they can't just immediately lunge out at me.
Mm-hmm. So you do.
Landing on the
backwards.
floor, keeping low, dagger in hand, just looking straight at them.
Oh, it's the full Black Widow landing. Just sort of
Yeah.
slide back, one leg out to the side, dagger
Nice.
held in hand.
Yep,
Um,
that's it. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Very good. With that then, Lex.
So, what I will do, I will move myself to here, and as I do, a cog will spin in my hand, and then I'll just rub it on my throat, and then my throat will shimmer as I cast Dragon Breath on myself as a bonus action. And then a 15-foot cone of acid is just going to come at Dragonborn B and C.
Ouch.
Depending on how Matt's feeling,
So the Dragonborn.
Casters might have to make a dex save as well, but we'll see how we go.
I've got advantage on that. It should be okay.
15-foot cone.
That's
Yeah.
what. Yes, please. With a flake in.
Thank God I moved out of the way.
Yeah, that's the only reason. I was like, if you don't move, this idea's out the window.
How big is that? That's bigger than 15 foot.
A little bit.
Titty bit. That's your budget.
Oh, shit. Moved the whole map there.
Because in theory, it should get B if we go down. Yeah, there we go. Go down a little bit. And a little bit of Cassis, probably.
Don't think it does.
I'm technically 20 feet away from
Okay.
it. So.
Alright, I'll move to there instead. No, the Cassis definitely has to make the deck
I
save.
like it. Yeah, so if you move there... if you want to get B and C, sorry, and the Dragonborn, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that would just about do it.
Oh, alright. I'll take what I can get.
I will. It's gonna be.
I mean,
a
if
struggle.
you move,
It's gonna be a struggle.
if you move one northwest,
Yeah.
yeah, then you've got a 15-foot there. That should work. Like full on in front of you.
Yeah, look at that.
There we go.
Perfect.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
Dragonborn
harder than I
B
thought it
and
was going to be.
That was harder.
right.
than I
Good
thought for me.
triangles.
So that was how many
Areas
Yeah.
effect
saves?
spells are always a problem.
So it's Dex 14, please.
Okay, we'll do the Dragonborn first.
He's wearing metal plate.
Rolls an
surely he's
8,
shit at
but
that.
it's going to choose to succeed.
Ah,
Oh.
Bastard.
Fighter.
B. Also
legendary
got
resistance.
an 8, and that's a 10. And then C gets a 15.
So half damage for everyone who made it then. So this is
So
that's
2
not
saves
good.
and 1 failure.
7 acid damage or 3 acid damage, 4 acid damage. That was rubbish.
So
2 3s and a 1.
3 acid damage.
Thanks. Dice.
3 and 7. There we go. Anything else on your turn?
No, I've used my bonus action, I've used my action, and I've moved. Now I'm good.
Excellent.
Oh,
It is
here we go.
then B's turn.
Oh.
So B
Game on.
is going to... Yeah, B is going to turn and sort of like limp towards Jewel, looking for revenge. So there will be an attack of opportunity there from Karsus if they wish to take it.
I won't
15.
take it.
Interesting. Very good then. So this individual that's got sort of these, they wear this leather cloak with a hood up. They take out this angular short sword. And yeah, they're going to swipe twice at you with it.
Bugger.
First one is a 22 to hit,
Yeah.
and I'll do the second. Second one is
That's
a
a good
10
roll.
to hit.
Cool. That one misses.
So you're going to take a grand total of 7 points of piercing damage.
Jewel, as she kind of ducks out of the way, there is... She kind of sees that it's going to hit her. And as she does that, she herself partially goes ethereal. So use Uncanny Dodge as a reaction.
Nice.
So I'll take half of the damage.
Okay, you will take 4 points of damage
I
as
miss all these moves, you know.
Jewel's body literally goes ethereal, and the blade sort of just stabs through slightly. And this individual, sort of, which you now see Jewel being up close and personal, is human. Steps back, just sort of, what the fuck?
And so as she sort of stands up and is like clasping onto that cut, she's again looking at it like, the fuck is going on?
Excellent. It is then the Dragonborn's turn. The Dragonborn is just going to turn towards you, Karsus,
Let's go then, little princess.
And
So fun.
yeah.
Oh, that was a bad call.
Okay. This is a proper, like, you
It's
know,
going to be two
this is the Iron Man and Hulk, like,
great axe
sorry.
attacks.
Oh, there's no sorry in this.
First one
His head's got
is
about
a
3 seconds left on
19
his
to hit.
shoulders.
19 misses.
19 does miss. Second one is worse. That is a 14 to hit.
Dodge both attacks, and then upon the second one, like presumably did like a downward cut. And as soon as he does that, I put my foot on the on like the handle of the axe, and there's no words. There's just a look as I get ready for my attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
A then is going to try and stab you from behind twice with a short sword. Ooh, that one may hit. May hit. Doesn't hit. It's 21. Second one. Misses. 7. And then C is going to go 5, 10 up to there. He's going to try and stab Lex twice. That's a 10 or
Nope.
a natural 1.
Yes.
I'm rolling like dog shit.
Good,
You
because
just
I am
literally
too.
get my
so it's
duster, my duster coat as I'm swirling it around like I'm doing tornado dance.
Yeah.
And then
Or
we
you can
are
stab me in the
around
chest and you
to-
actually just stab Cog. That's what stops you hitting me.
all right. Dink.
Oh no.
Yes, Carsis.
Welcome up.
There's a pulse of energy that goes through Tear of Sorrow, as I'm going to stab almost like into the lower jaw, but like on the side. I don't want to kill him yet. On the side of the jaw to the Dragonborn.
Okay.
So it's an attack with Booming Blade. Yeah, rolling pretty badly. 11 to hit.
11 is not going to hit.
Cool. Well. Oh, is it the next attack that hits? You guys have No. So I can't do it again. So I'm just gonna try another attack with Tear of Sorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll roll a different dice next turn. That is a 13 to hit.
13 does not hit either. So
Right.
you and this Dragonborn are
Yeah.
just engaging in a strikeless battle right now.
Evenly
Anything
matched.
else in your turn?
Yeah, just kind of put myself in a position where I can have the Dragonborn and also kind of keep an eye on Lex, just everything in field of view. And obviously Jewel, but Jewel seems to be okay.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Excellent. Jewel. Slightly reeling from what's just gone on.
Yeah, so she pauses for a second, then looks back up and sees that this guy is fucked. So he's going to try again. This is what she'll attempt to do. So she moves rounds 5, 10. Essentially what I'm thinking of is basically she actually just sort of jumps over him. And then basically tries to finish the job. So he's going for that same cut in the neck.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Yep.
Cool. So this is then that and that, which is 16 points of piercing damage.
16 points of piercing damage, and this time as you do drag the blade, you cut even deeper and you feel the blade actually grate across bone as you cut clean through all the way back to the spine, and
Ouch.
this figure drops to the floor dead.
It didn't happen very often, but a point of note to anyone is that Jewel never tried to actually kill anyone.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't run away and done the whole leopard lap of the course.
No. How tall are these rooftops? DM?
No, I've said it now.
You have, because it was coming up next, and
So there's multiple tiers. The lowest rooftop you can see is probably about 8 to 10 feet above you.
so the one directly north, this here. What would we be looking at?
This one is probably about 8 to 10 feet tall.
Yeah,
This one you're probably looking close to 12 to 15 feet up.
cool. So I will use feline agility to double my movement, and I will. Do I even need to do that? Don't need to do that if I use my bonus action. Yeah. I can use my bonus action then. So Jewel has a climbing feat of 30 feet, so she can use the rest of her movement and a bonus action, which means it's 50 feet to get 5, 10, 15, and then up to there, using the rest of the 20 odd feet. So she wants to get up onto the roof and then is pointing back towards A and Dragonborn and C and so on.
Cool.
That's how I go.
So yeah, you're just sort of poised on the corner of the roof now, like a phantom in the night.
Nice.
Cool. Lex, I believe.
Yeah. Is C wearing any armour? Or is it just like... Or is it just the Dragonborn
Probably
who's got
just
them?
about see under the leather cloak. Yes, there is this studded leather armour there as well.
Okay. So as it's come into my range and it's just gone to stab me and kind of missed and it's gone through the duster, I will put my hand on its chest on the studs and I'll cast Shocking Grasp. Now it's up to you. If they've got metal armour on, they get disadvantage. No, I get advantage on the roll, but with it being only studded leather, that's probably pushing it.
Doesn't count. No.
Really meta.
Yeah, okay, no worries. Oh, that's... Should could have done that advantage. 8 to hit.
Does not hit. This electrical
That's a
energy
no.
just across the armour.
Hang on, I'll use a sorcery point to re-roll that. Because I'm not missing with the touch spell, because that's fucking stupid. 23, have some of that.
Yeah.
Yes, that will hit.
So this is 2d8 lightning damage. Clear! And that's 13 lightning damage. And
Nice.
the creature
Excellent.
can now not take reactions until the start of its next turn.
Good.
Big.
So
Which
as you do
means-
just sort of place a palm, and there's that moment where you see the electrical energy surge outwards, but you then use your magical energy and the cogs almost just spiral out and refocus that electrical energy dead center as you then push your palm further forward, and this shock runs through
And
this
then-
individual, and they are very much bloodied.
And I'll move to there.
Nice.
Yes, with no reactions, they will do fuck all. Excellent then. The Dragonborn, if there's nothing else on your turn.
Nope, that's it. I'm concentrating, by the way, on the Dragon's Breath as well,
Yes,
just so you know.
you are. Cool. So the Dragonborn is going to circle round you, Karsis, to there.
Ah.
And they're just going to grin.
Well met with blades. Try this.
And they just breathe out this. What is that? 30-foot cone. So that's definitely going to catch both you and Lex.
Fucking hell.
I need a
I did not think
wisdom
that very well, I
saving
moved
throw,
in.
please.
Wisdom.
Cool.
I have advantage against spells. Any save. Is it a spell?
Yeah. No, sorry, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Okay.
Magical effect.
Oh,
That's 4.
I got a 13.
Okay, you both fail.
Balls.
To the wall.
You are going to take 42 points of necrotic damage.
What?
I'm sorry, what? Hang on, let me just check my character sheet, see if there's anything I can do. Because I'm dead.
What?
Fuck. Oh, no. No. I thought shield won't work. I've got nothing that makes me re-roll saving throws. That's what I'm looking for. Can I re-roll my saving throw? No.
Necrotic.
Necrotic damage, yes.
Can it be
Cost is-
poison damage and then I'm okay with that?
Cost goes down.
Yep. Well, for 42, I'm fucked it up.
The haste is gone. The concentration is gone, and
I think it's safe to say concentration's gone. Fuck.
both knocked unconscious
two
as
is
this
not gonna last
dragonborn
very
then
long.
just
Get these two up, boys, and find the little kitty cat.
And with that, we are then over to A, who is going to begin to just go over to here and doesn't do any more damage to either of you, or to Karsus, but is just going to begin to tie Karsus's hands and feet together with rope. So, Karsus, you are restrained as well. I know you're unconscious, but you're restrained. C is going to wander over to here. 5, 10 over to there, and it's going to do the same to you, Lex. Karsus, death saving throw, please.
There was this fucking roll earlier. 19.
19, you are save. That's one save. Jewel.
Okay.
Good luck.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So, wow. Okay. Right. Yeah. Feline agility. Jewel pounces off the roof in a direction that takes her. So she'll have 60 feet, which should be enough, more than enough to run round here.
Mm-hmm.
And then go straight down to there.
Yep.
Where she doesn't have... She won't get sneak attack on this, will she? I didn't think about that.
Nope.
Fuck it, doesn't matter.
Not without advantage on the attack.
Which I won't have. So that's it. Let's see if it hits. So going for a dagger, which is going to be a 17.
17 will hit.
No sneak attack, so it is just that, which also means I don't get that, which is fine. Absolute balls. That was 4 points of piercing damage.
4 points of piercing damage as you sort of launch yourself down, run forward, and then stab and twist. This individual is still standing, barely, as they do get shocked by this. But yes, still standing.
Magic. That was quite shite. So, seeing, however, that Dragon Ball can do some real shit. So, hang on a minute. That has been 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 30, 35, 40. That kind of has been pretty much all my movement, but I can dash. Which also means it gets doubled from my feline agility, does it?
When
all
you
my
move on your
movement.
turn in combat, you can double your speed until the end of your turn. Yes.
So I shall bonus action dash so that I get that back, and will go. But I will get an attack of opportunity. Never mind. So 5, 10, 15, and then run up the roof to the roof again there. With an attack of opportunity
Okay,
from C,
very
potentially.
Yes, there will be. Which is going to be a 10.
Cool, misses.
So misses. Lex, death saving throw, please.
I don't wanna. Here we go. $12.
1 success. Very good. The Dragonborn then is going to step away from Karsus.
There you are, little kitty. You're next.
There it is. Okay. They are going to move 5, 10, 15. I climb up on top of this barrel and try and climb, but I'm going to need an athletics check, and because they're wearing... Oh no, they've got... no, they're wearing plate armor. I'm going to make this difficult. Oh, that was a natural 20 on the first. And a natural 20 on the second one. This was fucking destined to happen.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Oh, damn.
That dice has redeemed itself because it was about to go in the fucking jail. Steps up to there. What was that? But that is going to be all of its movement. So it can't get any further from there. A then. Not looking... Oh, sorry. Yeah, so A's fine. A's just going to stand next to Karsus and not do much. Just guard the body. And C is going to step forward around to there and sort of guard the body as well. As if to say, these are ours. Get your own. And then... An arrow appears in C's neck as C just falls to the floor.
Oh, baby.
As another cloaked individual appears in the alleyway, and just find a fucking token, Matt. That'll do. They're just going to appear there. and a female voice shouts out, "Get your friends and get out of here!" And that'll be their turn. Carsis, death saving throw, please.
15.
15, another success. Jewel.
A voice I am familiar with? No.
A new player has entered the game.
Okay. I believe I should have just enough movement to get to Lex, but jumping down and getting over.
Yes.
Great. So I'll get over to
or you
Lex.
can go and attack A. It's entirely up to you. Yep.
Jumping stab off the roof.
I get. Yeah. No. No. I'm not. I'm not going to. I'm gonna go jump down and then use my action to give Lex one of my healing potions. It is a basic. It is a. Yes, that's a 2d4 plus 2 standard potion of healing. To Lex. Pour it down his gullet.
Okay.
I'll roll it then. Let's see what we get. 6 altogether.
Better than nothing.
6 points of health.
6 is better than 0.
Yep. So I then that was my action and my movement. So my bonus action being okay, can I bonus action dash, but grabbing hold of Lex and dragging him, so I'd move 15 feet?
Be half your movement speed, yes.
Yes. So if I drag him basically under... yeah. This is, we've got like a slight overhang to this roof here. To this, or not.
Yes.
Basically, I'm going to try and drag him so he
Slight
can't.
overhang.
So the Dragonborn is just can't. It's difficult for him to see us. So I'd move to there.
Yeah.
Lex to next to me.
Okay, so you drag Lex, who is sort of... and you drag them back.
Lex, get yourself on your feet. You need to get gases and go.
Excellent. I'm assuming that's your turn.
That'll be my go.
Lex.
So I will kind of steadily get myself to one knee, and if I get rid of them, can you help him? And I'll just sort of lazily charge up and chuck a chromatic orb at A.
Sort of there, like puffing.
And this one will be fire. No, acid. I'll start with acid today. I'll stick with acid today.
It's
And
your
that
go-to.
is- Oh, what? Fuck me. Right, I'm going to use Meta Magic to again because I rolled a 1 like a twat.
Oh.
So, re-roll. My character sheet's being a twat. Scroll then. Come on. Second attempt. I rolled a 2.
Oh my god.
So
Yeah, you're not
still
well there.
reeling from having been unconscious and coming back to consciousness, you throw this chromatic orb and you sort of see it going, of course, try to correct it, but it still just splatters against one of the buildings and just begins to dissolve part of the sandstone wall. Anything else on your turn? I think that's bonus action and action, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm tapped. That's me done.
A little to the left
That's
next
you
time,
done.
Lex.
Excellent then. The Dragonborn
And
is
then
going to
Cog
jump.
is just going to come out of my pocket and try and hold me up. Try and help me up. That's better.
The Dragonborn is going to jump off this roof.
Boy.
And just so absolutely nails the athletics check there. Lands on this, cracks this barrel as liquid just spills out, and they're just going to look towards this new individual.
Nobody invited you. These are mine.
And will step to there. It's going to swing twice at Jill. Fuck. First one's going to miss, and the second one I think will hit.
14.
I can't do math there. Yeah, sorry, that's definitely going to hit. The first one was a 2 on the dice. It was never going to hit. Second one will, however, hit. I need a new dice because that's the first time this has fucking hit. That was shit. That is going to be 7 points of slashing damage.
Uncanny dodge, same effects. This ethereal, like, mist. So,
In
7
which case you will
to...
also take half of whatever this turns out to be.
Okay.
2, 6, 9. So you're going to take 5 points of necrotic damage on top.
So 4 and 5, so 9 total.
And as that blade swings through it, and you'd go ethereal again.
Clever little tricks.
But that will be the Dragonborn's go. A is then going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just got there. And he's going to... that's going to hit. Stop putting the dice away, you dickhead. That's going to be 4 points of damage to AN, as I've called them, on the map. Notes. And then they're going to swing again. And that time they will miss. And then N is going to take their turn. So, as I look frantically through a character sheet there.
JK, the name was Nadira, but I believe that's only the last name we know of, so
Yeah.
don't think we have a first
Well,
name.
no, it's the only name you know of.
Yeah. Well, I have personally assumed that it is the last surname.
Okay. So you see AN sort of loop the longbow back over one shoulder, pull out a quarterstaff with the other shoulder, and they are just going to twat A as hard as they can.
Onks.
Yeah, that's going to hit. That's an 18 to hit. And that's going to be two-handed, which is one of those. That's not a great amount of damage. That is 5 points of damage to A. As they then turn again and shout, "Get them out!" Sort of restraining A with this quarterstaff. Karsus, death saving throw, please. Make it count.
Come on.
5.
No!
No, I want it.
So 1 failure. Cassis stays down. Jewel.
So, Jewel will turn to Lex and say, "Follow me, we are getting out of here." We'll turn back to the Dragonborn, come to a full but fairly inconsiderable height, just square up to the Dragonborn. "I am coming back for your scales." And then we'll whisk out of the way, bonus action disengage, and swing towards Karsis. Same again. I have 2 potions of healing left, so 1 left after this. Got 2d4 plus 2 to Karsis.
Who's rolling?
I
Go
am.
on, Smell.
2d4 plus 6.
Sweet.
Nice.
And we'll...
Cassis then.
That's 5, 10, 15, 20. So that was bonus action, and pretty much all my movement. So I suppose it would just be getting round Karsis and then leaning down with my hand to be like, "Let's go. Let's get up." And I will actually, as Karsis flickers open their eyes, "We're getting out of here. We're going."
Alright.
No time to argue. That's my go.
Okay, Lex.
As I run past to join with Karsis and the gang, I'll take the long way around so I don't get no attacks of opportunity. I will, but as I run past, these all the glands almost pulsate on my wrist and then droplets start to form on my palm, and I'll poison spray them as I run past.
I need to
So
get
that is a
poison
con
spray.
14,
Sound effect.
con 14 from the dragon, please.
A con 14. $15.
You bastard. Does he take half? No, you just take nothing. So it was a distraction
Just sort
anyway.
They lift their hands up and just this poison gas just sort of seeps over them. And they sort of pull their hands down unaffected. Anything else on your turn, Lex?
No, I'm just going to help. Well, I'm just going to fuck off now. Escape.
Escape.
Very good.
We're all standing in one
One's
group,
turn
which
then.
is kind of bad, but
What, for his breath weapon? Yep.
yeah.
Doesn't matter anyway, but they are going to...
I don't think so.
And they're going to go 5, 10, 15 straight into there. Right, A, B, or C. That is C. So, first swing at Jewel, fucking natural 1. That dice needs to die.
No, keep using that one
A, B,
just
or
for this
C.
round.
Second swing. Fuck's sake. That is Lex, I believe. What's your armor class, Lex?
14 with mage armor, thank you,
Yeah.
Cassis.
Yeah, that misses as well.
I should have given his aid before we went to the alley.
That is going away. I'm not using that dice anymore. Cool. A is going to then try and stab this individual twice again. First one is 12 plus stuff. That's a 16. Not enough. Second one, less. So yet again, this robed individual. I will say that the robe they wear is this almost russet brown, almost like the skin of a bear, and they're just going to sort of dart out the way as this happens. And then it is their go. So okay, they are going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to there. Taking the attack of opportunity, which that time does hit. And that's full damage, that's 8 points of damage. Ooh. But as they then get round to there, the quarterstaff comes back and you just see their hand glow. As they... What level are they casting that at? So... Second. Just a second.
That's a good point. It was A.N. who had the bear cloak, is that right?
Yes, the russet brown cloak, yes. Yes, so these 3 fingertips begin to glow as 2 beams of orange gold energy just towards the Dragonborn and 1 towards A as they cast Scorching Ray.
Ooh.
Oh,
Nice.
We've
And that
made a
is
good
gonna be
friend.
a ranged spell attack for each, so that is +9 to hit with spell attacks.
Ooh.
That one's going to hit the Dragonborn. That one's also going to hit the Dragonborn. And the third one, I think, is going to hit A. So all 3 of those hits. So 2 of them. So 4, 8, and then a 1 for A. That was really disappointing, wasn't it? So 8 points of fire damage to the Dragonborn and 1 point of damage to A. And we are then over to Karsus.
I'm going to use half my movement to get up. And as I am doing that and seeing the situation that we're currently in, where with the 3 of us are together, I will, as I'm getting up, grab Tear of Sorrow. And as I'm doing that, I will sort of like scrape her across the floor underneath us and just make a cut in the air about 90 feet away from where we are, to the east. And I, standing up, will slash again at the air, but like right in front of me, looking like I missed the Dragonborn, but actually I'm going to cast Vortex Warp and try to push him 90 feet away from us.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice.
So he needs to roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
What is your save, sir?
15.
17. Sorry, 18. 18 on a con save.
Oh,
Tricky one. Tricky one to work.
That was so cool.
that would have been awesome.
They're a big, beefy badass.
Yeah. In that case, yeah, I will use my bonus action. I'll risk it. I'll use my bonus action to actually just grab my own shadow and grab Shadow Blade. So I'm concentrating on that. And I'll turn towards Jewel and Lex, and I'll say, you're easier to hit. You're easier to hit. So you run now. I'll follow. I'm just sword and Shadow Blade in hand.
Nice.
And
Karsus
that's going to
stands
be my
there,
turn.
blades out. Jewel.
Cool. I will nod to Karsus and then try and stab the Dragonborn. So that I'm sort of again I'm going around the plates trying to stab in. That is going to be 19 to hit.
Just hits.
Oh, okay. Now we are all around him, so that is going to be
Yes, sneak attack, most certainly.
16 points of piercing damage to the Dragonborn, and again, this jewel this time kind of goes ethereal again, but then it splits off and darts over towards A, dealing 8 points of necrotic damage to A, which is within 30 feet of the first character, I believe.
Yep, that's what I was just checking.
Yeah.
So that was how much to A, sorry?
8 points of necrotic damage.
8 points of necrotic damage. As this spectral jewel just and stabs into A. A's skin goes a pale white, and blood begins to just drip from their nose, and I'm going to say from sort of the tear ducts in the eyes as well. They are bloodied.
With that has been my attack. I haven't moved anywhere. I will bonus action disengage and use my movement and head 30 feet to the right. 5, 10,
Yeah, get over
here.
30. I've already said my piece to the Dragonborn, so just move.
Very good. Lex.
I will try and cast suggestion on the Dragonborn, please. Wisdom 14 saving throw, and you better fail it, please.
Six.
Yes.
I
And my
rolled a 2 on
suggestion
the
is
die.
go and restrain your colleague until we escape. That's my suggestion.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
No, I'm just going to concentrate on that like fuck until we leave.
Still reeling in sort of your skin, a deathly colour. Having dealt with that necrotic breath, you focus on this one spell and drive it into the mind of the Dragonborn. And you can feel that there's not a huge amount of resistance there as you drive that suggestion spell in, and you feel it sort of sink in, and you watch as the Dragonborn's posture shifts slightly, and you just focus on that. It's then the Dragonborn's turn, who then head sort of twitches slightly.
Come here, you.
And they're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to there, and they just grab A and just hold them still. A at this point is just going to be there. Boss, fucking get off! Get off! And they're just going to try and stab, being grappled at disadvantage, or restrained at disadvantage, sorry. To get off, you little bastard. To the Dragonborn. That's a 11 or a 10. Not going to hit. And the second one. Ooh. It's no, it's still not going to hit. Yeah, so these two strikes just against the Dragonborn's armour. And then AN goes, now we can have some fun. And they are going to just place the quarterstaff on their back, and there's just going to be this swirl of fire in their hands as they create this ball and throw it as they cast Fireball in a way that's not going to catch anybody. So again, I need to pull up some things. 20-foot radius sphere, which is fine, and that will be.
Danny, how does suggestion work?
Dex
Is it
or
that it
8d6?
will? They can't do something that's going to hurt themselves, but if they get hurt,
Yep.
that doesn't break it.
Let's check. It doesn't say damage breaks it. It just says the suggested course of action continues until completed, or 8 hours, whatever happens first.
Yeah.
So the fact that
Doesn't
you
say
did say
damage.
until
It's
we're
gonna
gone,
fail.
so
Yeah.
yeah.
And they are, as I say, they're both going to fail.
Oh. So I do
If you
have
or
a-
any of your companions damage the target, the spell ends, it says at the end.
Oh, shit. They're not my companions.
Technically, yeah.
35
Loophole.
points of fire
Yeah.
damage as this fireball roils around them. When the fire clears, there is nothing left of A but a pile of ash on the floor, and this dragonborn with the armour glowing and fading from a sort of orange down back to the metal is not looking good at all. How much did I say there? 35 points of damage. They are looking seriously burned and hurt at this point.
Oh, you shouldn't say that.
You really shouldn't when the Blitzing coming up next.
Karsis, it is your go.
Fuck it. Do it.
Seeing the legs, I kind of like hear the noise, sort of feel the heat, and I see that Lex and Jewel are safe. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna rush back.
Yeah, ignore them. Ignore them. Just
it-
there you go.
I'm still concerned that it's probably still going to have like 30 plus hit points or something, but
Let's see. I'm gonna attack with Tear of Sorrow first.
oh shit.
Mhm.
25 to hit.
Yeah, that will hit.
Pierce a feat to reroll that. Much better. 10 points of piercing damage to start with.
10 points of piercing
So I
damage.
just catch him in the neck. And bonus action, I will use 2-weapon fighting and attack with the Shadow Blade.
Shadow Blade.
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
10 to hit.
Ah.
10 to hit. This time the Shadow Blade just sort of... And usually where a Blade of Shadow would just sort of strike in, and usually there's that pulse of energy, this time it just almost just wisps through the Dragonborn's body. But where Tear of Sorrow is stabbed in, there's blood just pouring along the blade and down to the floor. This creature is not looking good at all. Anything else on your turn?
Use blades, you
That's
coward.
it, isn't it?
That's it.
Jewel.
God damn it, Cassius. And then Will, bonus action, steady aim.
It's gonna be a long shot.
Are we going for the throw?
No, we're actually going to go for a crossbow.
Oh, nice.
Still a long shot. Jesus.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's shooting through Lex. You might want to step to the side slightly.
You can't if I've got to go steady
Might
aim.
step there.
Steady
Yep.
aim, I can't move.
Uh,
You have to do a
Lex,
arched mortar shot.
Okay, so has he got partial cover?
Tricky shot.
Is there a chance? Okay, so in Jules' eyes, is there a chance they'll hit Carsis?
You have to roll high to do that.
You could do an arched shot over my
bear
head.
with me.
Ooh, with crossbow though. Crossbow's
I
pretty
am
tricky.
gonna
Oh,
say
oh shit, remember that.
this amounts to almost 3/4 cover.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And it's a disadvantage already. There means not a lot else I can do, and steady aim. Oh, but steady aim would also then give me advantage. So meaning it's
Gives
a
you
straight
advantage,
roll.
so you straight roll, and then it's down to the AC.
Straight roll plus 3/4 cover.
Yeah.
It's not gonna do it. 12 to hit.
So as you sort of angle past Lex and then fire, sort of bending round so you don't hit Carsis, just this fires off somewhere down the alley, and you probably hear this. Oh fuck!
He's not selling fresh fish anymore.
As your crossbow bolt just flies off.
Cool. I can't move, so that's me.
That's you, Lex.
I will. Well, actually, how far away am I? Let's do some measuring. You're right in the way, Cassis, to be fair. I will move to here and try and. No, get out of the way. And try and help out. So concentration's pretty much gone because the bloke is. The action I've given him, he can't do because the bloke's dead. And I will try and help with another chromatic orb of acid. 90 feet is the range on that, so I've got plenty of go. 17 to hit.
17 will not hit.
Right, I'm going to fucking spunk another sorcery point then, because I've had enough of that sort of business.
I'll allow it.
It doesn't matter, that was a 2. Fuck a duck.
Oh, dude.
So you sort of
A block of
throw
acid just
your.
goes-
It was a chromatic cover.
You fucking head.
Just sort of drops down, and it looks like it's about to hit, but then miss, and you go shit no, and you actually throw it totally off course.
Yeah.
Okay, it is. Anything else?
No.
Okay, it is then the Dragonborn's go.
Shit. I was hoping to finish him off then.
We're all hoping to.
That's what she said. Great axe attack against Carsis Wispcut. That first strike is going to be a 22 to hit.
Motherfucker, that literally will hit with shield because I don't have Blade Song on. Yeah, that hits.
7 points of slashing damage.
I'm down.
There would be necrotic damage to follow, but I don't think it's going to make a difference.
Anyway.
8, 9. Yes, it would have only been 10 points of necrotic damage, so it doesn't matter. So you drop down again as this great axe just catches you in the gut, and they just pull back. That will be its go. As it's just going to stand there and begin to reach down towards your body, and in that moment, AN is going to take the longbow out once again. That is enough. Why can I not do maths tonight? Literally, mine totally blank. No, I was going to miss. Because that's 15. Yeah, 15, going to miss. Fuck me. Stress.
That's right, stress.
Ugh. Carsis, your go.
18.
18, one success. Jewel. This Dragonborn is still pissing blood, by the way.
Yeah. And we're just going to confirm that, yeah. But... Fuck it. Okay, there's nothing that's going to get me sneak attack with this person. But I have now been stationary for a round. So my feline agility is back. So I can now totally ignore what AN has said. And 60 feet straight back there.
Nice.
I really wish to get that sneak attack, but I won't. For I will still just try and attack with the dagger. So, come on, roll high. Hey, thank you. Natural 20. Fucking natural 20.
That's a good time to pull one out.
So,
Is a
yeah,
roll.
it would have been even better if I had sneak attack, but it doesn't matter. It's still brilliant, and I love it. So, it's 7 points of piercing damage. God, that's crap.
Jewel. Can I flavour this one for you?
Please do.
Given what's been going on with Jewel, as Jewel then dashes up using that feline agility, it's just sort of scampering from paw to paw. The dagger sort of flips into the tail momentarily as all four paws launch Jewel forward. And as Jewel then points with the dagger forward, there's almost like these ethereal creatures that just into Jewel's form, and a blur of black fur and metal, as then Jewel stops and lashes that blade across the throat of the Dragonborn, and that repeats itself as 4 different spectral images of Jewel appear. And the Dragonborn just clutches, drops the great axe, clutches at its throat, drops to its knees.
I almost had you.
And falls to the side. And we are out of combat. I'm going to say, because we are slightly over time tonight, with that final blow, reeling, Cast is still unconscious. We will pick that up next week. So thank you all
I need to lie down.
for joining us. You need to lie down. I need to lie down. Thank you all for joining us once again. Thank you to the new viewers, new followers, the subscriptions that landed tonight. Amazing. Thank you for all the interaction in chat as well. And everybody went quiet as soon as the battle started and started getting tense, including us. It was just like focus, 0, lasered in. But that was fun. So we will find out who AN is next week. That should be a lot of fun, hopefully. But yes, and of course next week we will be at least I think we'll say we're celebrating it, obviously the coronation of our new king here in England, which should be a great weekend for all. So yes, join us next week, same time, 7:30 p.m. Twitch. Of course you can catch this episode on Friday on YouTube and on podcast platform as well, so look out for that. Don't forget the giveaway, folks. If we want to kick that off, we need 10 subscribers and 100 followers, and then we will see what is in store. But yes, thank you all, we love you all, we appreciate all the support. Come chat to us on Discord, we're all good fun. And yes, until such time, stay safe, folks, and we'll see you next week.